class, how's it going? I'm here to tell you today why you guys all need to learn how to play an instrument, or help people learn how to play instruments. Learning to play an instrument will improve your life in so many ways. Throughout this speech, I will tell you why playing an instrument is good for your brain, as well as after you learn how to play it, where it can take you. You can go places, you can go anywhere with playing music. So, first, I'd like to tell you that stress, lack of confidence, and inability to work well with others are huge problems in society today. Like, who doesn't get stressed out and all that stuff? And playing an instrument can help you greatly with stress. For instance, what I do, I hung up my violin on my wall in my room, and when I go home on lunch breaks, or when I'm at work, or when I just have a minute to play, I just pick it up real quick and I'll play like for 5 minutes, and I swear I get this feeling where I like almost forget about things, but then I can focus more on them afterwards, like the things that were stressing me out before. It's a trippy vibe, you know? And so why? I'm not the only one who thought that. Actually, Albert Einstein, a lot of people don't know this, but he played the violin. I read in an article from the internet saying that Einstein, quote unquote, said, "I know that most of the joy in my life has come from my violin." And he would play it just as I do when it's just you're stressed out or you're trying to think of something and like you can't think of it. It's like kind of having like a writer's block. Just go pick up your violin and start playing it. It's great. And then also, I'm not trying to say I'm Einstein, but I mean, I'm pretty smart. And so they also did a study. There's scientific proof. It's not just me and Einstein who think playing instruments is good for you. They actually did a test at McGill University. I saw a video where they made a MRI-proof cello and put someone inside of there and had their brain scanned while they're playing it. And they found that while you're playing music, you're using more parts of your brain than any other activity combined. Reading a book, anything, dancing, playing sports, because you're using all your fine motor skills and you're using your emotions, you're thinking, you're using visual representation. Almost every part of your brain is working at the same time. And yeah, so basically playing instruments helps relieve stress and makes you smarter. Pretty simple stuff right there. I don't see why you wouldn't want to learn one. And yeah, so next I'll tell you about, it's not only good for your brain, but it can take you places. For instance, you don't have to be a total rock star, you know? You could just join a jazz group and you can play at clubs or something like that, you know, learn to play drums and, you know, just join a drum circle. You could go find a drum circle at the beach somewhere. You don't have to be a rock star. But for my personal experience, I've gone to New York. I've been to Carnegie Hall playing violin, and that's an opportunity I would have never had if I never decided to learn how to play an instrument. It's pretty crazy. And yeah, I've also recently, in the past month, I played 3 shows at a bookstore, a park, and a bar. I've been all over the place in town. And yeah, so playing instruments takes you places. It's great. And also, it's interesting to know that in 2014, Statista.com found that 29.5 million Americans played an instrument consistently within 2011 and 2014. And that's a lot. Doesn't seem like as much as it should be, because that's only about 10% of the population. But interesting to know, most people who are very successful, like actors and such, that you never think would be musicians, are actually musicians. For instance, Tina Fey, Clint Eastwood, Condoleezza Rice, even Manny Pacquiao has his own album out. And Ryan Gosling, for instance, too, he plays a bunch of instruments. He has his own albums too, which most people don't know. Clint Eastwood played the flute. He's actually wrote the scores for a couple of his movies, including $1 Million Baby. And yeah, learning an instrument is great for you. And so you all should learn how to play an instrument because, let me go over it again, because the instruments help you relieve stress, they make you smarter, and they'll take you places. It's that simple. Why not play an instrument? So what, if you're not good, if you don't think you're that good, just practice more, and it's good for you either way, whether it sounds that great or not. So whether you think you're a professional rock star or not, you should still learn how to play an instrument. And so yeah, that's pretty much a wrap right there. And you guys, thank you for listening, and you all have a good day. Go out there and start jamming. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.